Hey guys, welcome back. I missed you guys, and I know you're probably thinking, hey, where have you been? Well, we'll get into that, but not yet. I want to talk about last year for a minute. Last year was very eventful for me. My oldest son, he graduated high school, and of course, he went to prom, and I'll insert some clips from that. My daughter turned 16, so we had her a sweet 16 party, and that was very exciting. Also, I became an author last year. I'm still on a high from that. It is out on Amazon. It's called The Final Say, and it's about how God transformed my marriage. But more importantly, it's about how He transformed me. So I recommend that book for anybody, whether you're married or single, or if you're somebody who just wanna, get closer to God. I definitely recommend that you purchase the book, and I'll leave the link below. Last year taught me a lot of things. One thing it taught me was that with God, you can do anything you put your mind to. Like, nothing is impossible. If you want to do it, and if it's in God's will, if He wants that for you, then it'll be done. Just like with me, writing the book and publishing the book, that was an idea from God, and I ran with it, and it happened. And that, along with other things, just showed me that you can do anything you put your mind to. Two of the things that I worked on last year was consistency and discipline. Those are areas in my life where I felt that I needed to be better in. So I focused on them a lot. I started going to the gym because, of course, I want to look good, but more importantly, I was going to train my mind. I was going to be consistent, to show up even when I didn't feel like it, to basically have more control over my flesh, and to do things that, I don't always want to do, or I don't always feel like doing. And I believe that helped me a lot with being disciplined. A lot of times, we say that we want to get better in certain areas, but what moves are we taking? What steps are we taking to get better? So I know for me, in order to be more consistent, in order to be more disciplined, I needed to do something, and I choose going to the gym. And I was going to the gym a lot. And I'm very proud of myself because, like I said, I was going on days I didn't want to go. Sometimes it would be raining, or sometimes I might not be in the best of mood, but I still went because it was about me getting better in those areas. It was about me becoming more disciplined, becoming consistent. So it was more than just, oh, I want to look good, or, oh, I'm just going to the gym. No, I want to prove to myself that I can be the woman that I know I can be. Now, speaking of consistency, I stopped showing up on YouTube, and the reason I did that was because I felt like I was making these videos and I wasn't getting the views that I wanted. So when you think about it, my motives was wrong, because I'm worried about views more than I am about being obedient to what God told me to do, because I feel like God is the one who told me to do this YouTube. Not only that, I started this journey for people like me who decided they didn't want to be lukewarm anymore, and they wanted to be all in for God. So I wanted to create this YouTube channel to show what that looked like. To show the ups and downs that we go through, to show us, even making mistakes at times. That's why I started this YouTube video, because being on this journey with God, sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes we don't even know where to start. Sometimes we don't know what's right from wrong, because sometimes the things that's wrong can look a little right. So that's why I started the channel, for people like me who was just trying to get closer to God. We're not perfect, but we're striving every day to be more like Him. But I got caught up with the views, and I lost sight of that. But now I'm back, because I realized this bigger than me, this bigger than a few little views. Whoever's supposed to see this, God will make sure they see this. And that brings me into what I'm focusing on this year. What I'm focusing on this year is to just not force anything. Be obedient, do what God tells me to do, and trust that He's going to handle the rest. If something don't go the way I thought it should go, oh well. Guess what? God have a bigger plan. He don't need my help. If it's something that he needs me to do, then guess what? He's going to let me know. But if not, I don't have to go out of my way and try to force things and make things happen. Because a lot of times we do that and we don't always get the outcome we want. If you think about Sarah in the Bible, she thought that she was going to help God and, start a family on her own by giving Hagar to her husband. And then once Hagar became pregnant, then she had contempt towards Sarah. She thought Sarah, you nobody now. I'm the one who's pregnant with his child. Who are you? She started looking down on Sarah, and that made Sarah feel a certain way. Sarah began to be upset. But you're the one who caused this problem because you're the one who decided to do this. God didn't tell you to do this. You the one who got in your own way. So this year, I don't want to get in my way. I just want to trust God and trust that his timing is perfect. If we look at Rachel in the Bible, Rachel was also a lady who was barren and she couldn't have kids. And she began to be jealous of her sister because her sister was married to her husband as well. And her sister was able to conceive with not any problems, and she was able to have kids fine. So, of course, that caused Rachel to be a little jealous and to be a little envious towards her sister because that's something that she really wanted. But in due time in Genesis, it says that God remembered Rachel. And not only did Rachel end up having one child, but she had two. So God gave her double. But guess what? Her first child, Joseph, he is very important. It talks about him in the Bible, how he was favored by God and how he saved the lives of many people. So see, God had a set plan for him. God had a certain time for him to enter the world so that he can do what he was meant to do and complete his assignment. Now, of course, Rachel didn't know that. She didn't see that. She just knew that she was upset because this is not what she expected. Things are not going how she wanted it to go because she wanted a family. She wanted her own child. So she didn't understand what God was doing. And that's the case with us. We don't always understand what God is doing. We don't always understand why God is making us wait and why this is not happening for us now. But I just want to remind you guys that just like God remembered Rachel, he's going to remember you too. And at the right time, it's going to happen for you. Whatever that thing is, for you, it might not be a child. For you, it might be a job that you've been waiting for. For you, it might be healing. Maybe you have cancer and that's something that you're dealing with and you're wondering why God won't just take this away from me. I know he can. Why am I going through all of this? But just trust the process and trust his timing because he will remember you. So I'm going to keep this short, but I just came on here to let you guys know that I'm back. And I'm excited for what God is going to do with this channel. And I'm not worried about no views. I don't care who watch it or who don't watch it. Because again, the right person, whoever needs to see this, whether it's just one person, they'll see it. God will make sure it gets to them. So I love you guys and I'll see you soon.